All right, we're out with Murphy. We're doing another heel session. Basically, a lot of these sessions every day are going to start to look the same, but they compound on each other. And one of these times, it's going to be a perfect heel, and that's when I take over. But you can't get to the perfect heel without putting in the work. So every single day, we're doing heel sessions. So 6 years old, pulls on the leash for over half a decade. Now he's learning to heel.
Stay.
But we always start by recapping.
Nope.
And that's why.
Stay.
Hard for him to stay. It's hard for him to stay. Must be laundry day. You're in your bathing suit.
It is.
And it's hot out, though.
It's laundry day, though. It is. Hi.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. Doing well.
This is hard for him. You think it looks easy? Try it with your dog. What a good boy, Murph.
It's very good practice.
What a good boy. Yeah, because it's testing his impulse control.
I love that so much. Stay. Yeah. Because it's a mindset as well. Because if you get a nice, compliant, and calm state where the dog's agreeing to be passive instead of interactive with the environment, then you get a dog who's in sit and they're chill and they're easy and it feels good. He can also be in sit and whining and huffing and puffing and being unreliable because he hasn't committed to the fact that he's going to be passive. He wants to be interactive. So that's really the core conversation there. You're saying, don't interact with the environment, and he's saying, but I want to interact with the environment. And the leader can correct that and say, not right now. Right now, only I am interacting. It's almost like a big resource you're claiming. I'm interacting with the environment right now. You stay. You'll see dogs fight over this privilege. If there's a gate and dogs go out the gate and then they're fighting to go out the gate first, it's kind of like that. So the person or dog who's leading the pack is able to control movements. What is controlling movement? Stay, come here, right? Basically.
And they actually listen despite where or when they are.
Right, and these dogs are smart. Dogs are, what I found is like, dogs are a little bit smarter than I think we even know, in some ways. So they're able to act like they can't understand you because it benefits them. And they're really good at it. They're really good at it. And then if that fails, they'll use charm.
Yeah.
So these are things that you don't necessarily, you think maybe a dog would bite, but that's not the only strategy to get out of a situation. They can manipulate. And the smarter the dog, the more of a kind of manipulative tactic they'll use, usually. And then of course biting's always right there too, if all else fails. But there's other things they'll do. Ignoring you, acting like they don't hear you, then acting like they don't understand you. But if you go and get a treat, something they're motivated to earn, and you do those same gestures, all of a sudden they understand it. You see what I mean? So it's a skill that they've learned to get out of having to listen, really. Anyway, so he's in a stay. He's 6 years old. He knows what stay means. He's been through the program. He knows what stay means. The struggle isn't his understanding. It's his commitment. All right? He's 6. And now I'm saying we have to talk about puppy stuff. They're not happy about it. They're not thrilled about it. But he's still struggling with puppy stuff, okay? I would have my 12-week-old puppy in the same situation, and I'd be like teaching it to stay, you know? Teaching it to do this, stay, and then I come over here and I fiddle with the ground. I do something. And then they want to come over and see what I'm interested in, right? And what you have to do is correct and put them back, and that teaches them there's a mindset I need you to go into. If I say stay, it also means passive mode, not interactive. When I say the release, then you can be interactive. Okay, so it's part of them maturing. Murphy, break. That's
Good
it.
boy.
And he's getting it. That was really nice. Saying his name, nice eye contact. Ears lifted
Good
up, listen a little
boy.
bit. Nice. And then he gets to know that was remarkable what he just did. That's a very good dog. Very nice work. All right, let's see where he's at with his walk. All right?
Wow, look at him.
All Right?
Wow, look at him trying to do the right thing. This is good. That's what gets rewarded.
Okay, we're going to stay again so that I can create space. Stay. He wants to be with me. So now I know his motivation. Right now, he wants to interact with me. So the stay is a little difficult. So I'm trying to see if there's any mistakes in there.
Ooh, he caught himself.
That's why
Good boy.
Stay in this situation, yeah. And then good. So I'll use this situation here where I say stay and walk away a lot, because that's where until it becomes easy for him, and then we move on. So if I'm working on the walk, I'll throw this in here and there too. Stay. All right. Very nice. You see him choose to sit? That's a very good sign, because he was doing this. But then as soon as he sit, he's committing. Murphy, stay.
Learning to hear his name
Good.
and not automatically recall. We don't want you to be just saying your name, saying the dog's name, and have him just running towards you. We want you to be able to say his name, and he just looks at you and waits.
Murphy, stay.
So that's what we work on. Good.
Yeah, I love this part. This is really good cleanup here, because once the dog's not doing this, they're much easier to talk to. Right? Start a conversation. Julie, yes, and then I can then talk to her, rather than Julie guessing what I need. If I just say her name and she just says, well, maybe he just wants me to come here, it would be weird. What if I wanted to say Murphy down, or Murphy go away,
Or good.
or good? You don't know. But his thing is, I want to come to you, so I'm wishfully thinking, and so it's still mindset. It's still not knowledge. So this is why it's difficult, I think, for an owner to train a dog fully up, because they're going to run into an attitude, what we talk about, attitude, where the dog is resistant, because it becomes a hierarchical conversation, and not we're not in this classroom anymore. Now they got the primitive side of the brain on. They're saying, no. I want to be on top of the hierarchy, meaning I want to be able to call the shots. Once they realize it's not a game and it's not just fun, and we're building pack dynamic, they're like, whoa, right? And you run into that, and then you say, I need help, okay? So he knows all these little, I'm saying stay, I'm saying come here. That's all I'm doing right now. Simple. But he's so hard. And he's 6. Smart.
He's very smart.
This isn't about that.
Yep.
This isn't about that. This is about control. A dog who's been living freely in their own mind, he thinks he has control over his day-to-day. In his own mind. Whether he does or not, because I'm not there to see. He came here telling me, I'm the guy. In my pack, you talk to me, right? And I'm the guy saying, oh, cool, because in my pack, you talk to me. So now, so he's a leader in his own eyes. Now he has to be a follower. As soon as he realizes when you say stay, you're talking about controlling him in a relationship, in a hierarchy, in a pack, that's where his problem lies. It's not with, I don't know what sit means. Duh. No, he's smart. He's smart. I don't know what they mean when they say stay. Yes, he does. His struggle has nothing to do with any of that education. It's taking the king, dethroning the king, right? Murphy, stay. Still that. That'll keep going. Just to rewire his response. 6. Murphy means whatever he thinks in his brain it means at that moment, right? If I'm standing here, Murphy, you're a good boy. Come. That's it, buddy. And then right there.
Right into the heel.
Very nice. Very nice.
We're trying to create gaps and then teach him how to remedy the gap, and then to not be able to create the gap at all, so he just sticks by the left leg. Gap,
Look at that guy.
remedy. Gap and remedy.
You guys are going to love this if it's the owner. So I don't have a leash in my hand. And usually this guy's pulling.
Pulling.
So what I'm doing is
Letting him go out.
letting him go out.
Pressure's
and I'm kinda
on,
sneaking.
recall back.
But there'll be a correction if he leaves this position, right? Or if I move and he doesn't come in. But if he's with me, I'm saying, man, you're amazing. So just watch this, no leash. Good boy. Good. That's how smart he is, though. So that's him trying to go to Julie.
Go to me,
again.
because I'm not asking him to work. Not because he likes me better.
Yeah. going to be unfaithful many times throughout the process of me training him, or whoever's training him.
See?
But we can create this faithful dog who's then over all these kind of old behaviors, and he'll look like he was born that way. But they all tend to go through being
Yeah, it's got to be
unfaithful.
created.
You know, it is. Yeah. Could you think it hurt your feelings if you say stay and then they don't, and you gave them a great day?
Yeah, I know. I felt that
It's
before.
always created. I think.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a good boy. And then look. So he's getting the idea. It's not a perfect heel. I'm going to pick up the leash and tighten it up, but he's getting the idea. Good, that it's falling. Good.
Oh, good boy, buddy.
Good boy. That was a really nice one. That was a really nice one. And stay. Better. That's nice. And that's a good boy. And Murphy.
Better.
That's a wonderful boy. Catching himself. He's got old behaviors that he doesn't even think about. They're associated to sounds and situations that he just goes on
Not his
autopilot.
fault. Yep.
Literally, he's just been living in autopilot, doing all the wrong things and just living that way. And now we woke him up and said, change all this stuff. And if he's compliant, like if he's, let's say, agreeable, it's not that difficult, right? Because they're small things. But if he's like, I don't want to do this, then it's going to be hard because those small things are everywhere, like how we go out of the door and how we walk on a leash. He's going to bump into problems throughout his day if he doesn't stop and listen through this program. If he stops and listens, all of a sudden the day's smooth, right? And then it becomes easy. Good. Murphy. Break.
Good
I
job.
love that.